The Apple One's computer. The Apple. I was a simple machine by today's standards, but it was groundbreaking at the time. Unlike other computers of the era, which were mostly kits that hobbyists had to assemble themselves, the Apple One was a fully assembled circuit board. Users still needed to add their own keyboard and monitor, but it was a significant step towards making computers more accessible to the general public. Wozniak designed and built the Apple I, while Jobs handled the business side, including marketing and sales. They managed to sell the first batch of 50 units to a local computer store, which helped them get their start. Ronald Wayne, however, was unsure about the risks involved in this new venture. Just 12 days after Apple was founded, Wayne decided to sell his shares for $800, leaving Jobs and Wozniak to continue the journey on their own. The success of the Apple I paved the way for their next product, the Apple II, which was released in 1977. The Apple II was a major breakthrough in personal computing, offering features that were revolutionary for its time. It was one of the first computers to come in a plastic case and include color graphics, which made it much more appealing to consumers. The Apple II was also easy to use, which was a key factor in its success. It was the first computer that many people ever owned, making it a symbol of the growing personal computer revolution. One of the key applications that contributed to the Apple II's popularity was VisiCalc, the first spreadsheet software. VisiCalc turned the Apple II from a hobbyist machine into a serious business tool, which significantly broadened its appeal and helped drive sales. The Apple II was not just a technical success, it was a financial success as well. It became the foundation of Apple's early growth, making the company profitable and allowing it to expand. However, the road to success was not without challenges. Apple faced stiff competition from other companies that were also trying to enter the personal computer market. Financial pressures were also a constant concern in the early days, as the company was still small and had limited resources. To secure the future of the company, Jobs and Wozniak knew they needed more capital. This led them to seek outside investment, which they found in Mike Markkula, a former Intel executive. Markkula provided not only financial support, but also business expertise, helping to guide Apple through its early growth stages. With Markkula's backing, Apple was able to grow rapidly. The company moved out of Jobs' garage and into its first official office. As sales of the Apple II continued to rise, Apple became more established in the industry. In 1980, Apple decided to go public with an initial public offering, IPO, which was one of the largest in history at the time. The IPO made millionaires out of many of Apple's early employees and provided the company with the funds it needed to continue its growth. This period of Apple's history set the stage for the company's future success, establishing it as a major player in the emerging personal computer industry. The Macintosh and the 1984 Revolution. The creation of the Macintosh project began with Jeff Raskin, who had a vision for a personal computer that was both user-friendly and affordable. Raskin aimed to make computing accessible to a broader audience by designing a machine that could be operated with ease without requiring extensive technical knowledge. He envisioned a computer that could bring the power of technology to the everyday user. However, it was Steve Jobs who took the project to new heights. Jobs, with his keen sense of design and user experience, saw the potential to revolutionize personal computing. He pushed the team to focus on creating a computer with a graphical user interface, GUI, a concept that was relatively new at the time. The GUI allowed users to interact with the computer through visual elements like icons and windows, which replaced the need for complex text-based commands. This innovation aimed to make the computer more intuitive and accessible. Additionally, the Macintosh featured a built-in screen, which was a departure from the norm of using separate monitors. This integration was intended to simplify the user experience and make the computer more compact and stylish. The impact of the Macintosh was significantly enhanced by its memorable Super Bowl commercial, aired in January 1984 and directed by Ridley Scott. The commercial was notable for its bold and cinematic style, which set it apart from typical advertising of the time. It depicted a dystopian world where conformity and oppression were rampant, symbolized by a group of gray-clad figures watching a screen that broadcasted a message of uniformity. The narrative reached a climax when a lone heroine, dressed in vibrant colors, runs through the crowd and smashes the screen with a hammer. This act of defiance was intended to represent Apple's challenge to the dominant forces in the computer industry, particularly IBM, which was perceived as the emblem of corporate control and conformity. The commercial's dramatic imagery and powerful message positioned Apple as a revolutionary force, daring to defy the established norms and introduce a new era of personal computing. The advertisement captured the public's imagination and effectively conveyed Apple's brand identity as a champion of innovation and individuality. The Macintosh was officially launched in January 1984 with a highly anticipated keynote presentation by Steve Jobs. During this event, Jobs showcased the Macintosh's features and capabilities, highlighting its user-friendly interface and cutting-edge technology. The demonstration included a live presentation of the computer's graphical user interface, which was designed to be both visually appealing and easy to use. Jobs' presentation was aimed at creating excitement and showcasing the Macintosh as a groundbreaking product that would change the way people interacted with computers. The initial reception of the Macintosh was enthusiastic, and it was celebrated for its innovative design and functionality. The introduction of the Macintosh marked a significant shift in the personal computing industry, setting new standards for user interface design and computing accessibility. However, the Macintosh also faced challenges, including its high price and limited availability of software. Despite these hurdles, the Macintosh's introduction was a pivotal moment in the history of personal computing, influencing the development of future technologies and shaping the trajectory of the industry. Internal conflicts within Apple began to surface as the company navigated the challenges following the Macintosh launch. The growing tensions between Steve Jobs and the Apple board of directors were fueled by disagreements over the company's strategic direction and management style. Jobs, known for his intense and sometimes uncompromising approach, had a vision for Apple that did not always align with the board's expectations. As these conflicts escalated, it became increasingly clear that Jobs' leadership style and the board's vision for the company were at odds.